if Jaylen Brown can't go or whatever, that automatically makes Jayson Tatum the undisputed best player on the team. So define him bus. What does Jayson Tatum have to show you for him to be bus driving without?
Nigga, go out there and get 35 a game and win games. Nigga, you niggas are down 2-1 right now. You niggas down, you blew two 20-point leads, nigga, at home. Let me see something. This is why I'm saying trade Jaylen Brown next season. I want to see what you can do on your own. Prove to me that you're that nigga.
Yo, 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 yo. Drop It Downs podcast. We back at it, episode 14. I'm your host, AJ, and I got my family with me. Got Q, got Quay, got Cole with me. But real quick, I just appreciate everybody that checked out our last episode. And we appreciate all the love, all the support, whether small or big, pause. And yeah, man, we appreciate y'all, right? So if you're watching this, like, comment, subscribe, and share. You did. Fellas, how y'all doing? Q, what's good with you? I see you got your Tyrese Maxey on today. You know what I mean?
Yeah, man. It's your boy Q. Pissing me off is what the Sixers do. Draft lottery tomorrow is shit or get off the pot, Tom. You know what I'm saying? But nah, still hate the Pacers. Ain't nothing changed there. Niggas down. Niggas winning by like goddamn 60 right now. I don't know what the fuck going on. But yeah, that's about it, bro. What's good with you, Quay? What's good, bro?
Chilling, man. You know, like you said, draft lottery tomorrow, man. The dynasty starts tomorrow. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right there.
The Charlotte Hornets 2030s dynasty starts tomorrow. What's good with y'all, though, man?
Cole.
Shit, you know, man, I'm kicking it, man. I'm chilling. I'm hoping my boy Steph can come back soon. You know what I'm saying? I hope he can get that hamstring well rehabbed and come back soon so we can get everything going, man. But I think we good, man. I've been watching some good basketball. I've been seeing some good things from the Warriors, some good Western Conference, Eastern Conference basketball, man. I'm happy to be back with y'all boys. What's good with it?
I bet. Hey, yo, well, yeah, like the boy said, man, it's a lot of good playoff basketball going on right now, and we're gonna recap the playoffs for y'all. Like, you know, we're gonna talk about it. Currently speaking, what currently is going on the recording of this podcast, the Indiana Pacers are currently up against the Cleveland Cavaliers by 30 plus points, and needless to say, I don't think anybody on this panel saw that coming. It's game 4. This was a must-win game for the Cleveland Cavaliers. They're going down 3-1. It's been kind of rough for them this series because they've been hobbling. Darius Garland has been, you know, out the line up until last game. I believe Evan Mobley was out the lineup. So it's been kind of crazy in Cleveland, man. Luckily for them, game 5 is in Cleveland. So, you know, and Cleveland's came back from 3-1 before, but that was when they had this boy from Akron. So it ain't looking too good. Fellas, what do we think, man? What do we think about this potential Cavaliers collapse?
I think that they have been on the bad side of the basketball gods because the basketball gods continue to stand with the Indiana Pacers, bro. Every year, bro. Everybody forgets how to play basketball when they play the Pacers. Niggas forget how to catch balls, pause. Everybody gets hurt. Useless turnovers. Every year, like for the last 2 years, Giannis bad back, Dame, Achilles. They stole a few games in this series with Darius Garland toe, DeAndre Hunter thumb. It's just been a bunch of lucky shit. I mean, you still got to go out and make baskets. You still got to go out and finish games. I'm not trying to take a lot from them, but God, they just kind of keep walking to the Eastern Conference Finals, bro. And that's the recipe for a nigga like me to hate him. But overall, I mean, like outside of the 4-point performance that Tyrese Halliburton had last game, Tyrese Halliburton is heard that overrated talk, and he's like, yo, nah. Because
Yeah,
he's been him, bro.
yeah,
Can't really take nothing from him.
yeah. I agree.
But yeah, I mean, this Cleveland series though, I did not expect this shit at all, bro.
Yeah,
This is nasty, bro.
it's
This
a
is nasty work.
it's a shocking. I ain't gonna lie. Quay, what's your take on it?
Look, man, I'm gonna be honest with you. I think I've had a revelation today.
Oh shit.
I,
Oh
I can't I can't be mad at it no more, man. Because at the end of the day, this is good old fashioned small market basketball done at its best. And this is really, if I'm being 100% serious, this is a testament to kind of like good small market building, like making right decisions,
yeah,
making smart drafting, smart like trades, like picking up young guys that what I'm saying, they built the culture around what they did, how they wanted to play. They built an identity, built a culture, and you know, they've had continuity within the last few years to where they really built the team and like just added pieces here and there. Um, so yeah, I can't even be mad at it, man. It's good small market basketball, man.
yeah.
That's the best way to describe it to me.
I think the fact that what I like about the Pacers, bro, is like they not like the most exciting team in the NBA to watch, but they just solid. And they're probably the most balanced team in the playoffs. Like nobody ever goes off for 35, 40. But when you look at their box score, you gonna have 3 dudes that scored 20 plus, and you probably gonna have another 2, 3 dudes that score somewhere between 10 and 18. So it's like them teams hard to guard when everybody a threat like that. It's like, damn, like, bro, they gonna have 7 dudes score double figures. That's hard to game. That's hard to, and that means that Tyrese Halliburton never gets worn out. Like a lot of these guards, like Jalen Brunson and a lot of the stars, they got to play 40 plus minutes, 45 minutes. Tyrese Halliburton get to sit for 15 minutes a game while TJ McConnell and Andrew Nembhard run the offense. So I think that's got a lot to do with it too. And shout out Rick Carlisle, because Rick Carlisle, every team that Rick Carlisle done coach be good. So, Cole, what you think
Yeah,
about
they
these?
What'd you say? Talk to me.
I said, what you I don't know how much of this series you don't watch, but I was gonna try to get your take on it.
Oh no, I'm tapped in. It just look like Indiana playing better basketball.
Yeah.
It's just the bottom line. It looked like Halliburton is out there doing what he's supposed to do. All that overrated. He not
Yeah.
top 10 point guards in the league. Look like he heard it. And
Yeah.
he playing with big balls, bro. Pause. He definitely taking some big boy shots. He playing big boy basketball. So to me, it just looked like Indiana having more fun. Donovan Mitchell telling the crowd to calm down with the overrated chance. I did not like that. I thought that was corny. I didn't like that. I thought that was a scary move. There ain't no shit I never would have done. Never in life. I would have told them niggas, turn that shit up, nigga. But he told everybody to, I didn't like that. And so,
Yeah.
but no, they just playing better basketball, bro. Indiana is, they just playing good basketball right now. So, and I think they believe they can beat Cleveland. I think in game one, I don't know if it was Darius Garland being gone. I don't know what it was, but in game 1 and 2, they just seen something. They just feel like they can't fuck with us. And you know how it is when you're on the court and you feel like they good, but they can't. I just think they seen something. They playing good basketball, bro. This is what it is.
Yeah, I think another reason is the fact that when you give a team confidence, you give players in the team confidence. And that's why Darius Garland being out the first couple of games was key. Because I think once Indiana got their confidence, they're like, hold on. So, they can't do nothing. Like, they not the same without him. They gave them confidence early in the series, bro. I think that, yeah, like that's part of that look you was talking about, Quentin. Um, they starting point guard was hurt the first 2 games, and in the playoffs, every game matter, every possession matter. So
Everything matters in the playoffs, bro.
everything matter, bro. So I think that Cleveland gave
So
in.
have what about experience? What as far as experience, and you would know a little bit better than me. Experience wise, how much experience does this unit of Indiana have versus this unit of
I mean,
Cleveland?
this is
We
their
talking
second
playoff
time
experience.
about to be going to the conference finals.
I think
Right.
overall, I think they about even. Because other than Donovan Mitchell, because Donovan Mitchell been to the playoffs every year of his career. But other than Donovan Mitchell, I mean, Evan Mobley, Jared Allen. Jared Allen been a few times, but Darius Garland, Evan Mobley, Max. I mean, it's probably even, bro. It's probably even, bro.
Okay, I was just asking.
This ain't a situation where we dealing with a team that's, they got a whole bunch of dudes that's been league over 10 years versus a team like OKC that's only like 3, 4, 5 years in. This is like everybody. It ain't really no whole bunch of old heads in the series. So I think it's pretty even. Experience wise.
I mean, Pascal Siakam got a ring.
And Pascal Siakam got a ring. That's true. Yeah. And that might be sleeping on. Are we hold on. How is do we underrate Pascal Siakam?
Absolutely, I do. I'm gonna do it still.
No, I don't think we underrate him because he ain't been the piece that they brought him in to be. Like, he's had big games, but niggas brought Pascal Siakam in, like he was like a hot commodity in free agency.
Big facts.
Yeah.
And
he ain't been that.
Yeah.
He has not been that for them. So I'm not gonna say we underrate him or overrate him. He's kind of been lackluster in Indiana. Like, he's done what he's supposed to do, but you would expect Pascal Siakam to come in and be like their leading scorer, their leading rebounder, their second ball handler.
I don't think that that's fair to say because he's been really good in his role, and that's not his team. Like, I mean, and I don't think that they brought him in there for that to be his team. It was still gonna be Tyrese's team. Like, Tyrese is still the guy.
I'm not gonna say his team, but if you saw him at the tail end of that Toronto run without Kawhi, like, that nigga was like the primary ball handler.
Yeah,
like he was running shit there. He was like their Draymond, except for he could score.
In Toronto, because they were trying to make him the guy in Toronto. Like,
he looked good doing it.
Oh no, he is their leading scorer.
That's what I'm saying. He's been really good in his role, and he's not even the A mic over there. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah.
But see what I'm saying? This team is so well rounded, fellas.
His buckets must have been quiet because I didn't know he was. I mean, I wouldn't expect him not to be their leading scorer because they don't really have the guy. There's not a guy that you can pinpoint.
Yeah.
Outside of him, but you would expect it to be a little bit more loud because he was a hot commodity on free agency.
Well, the thing about the Pacers is in the regular season, they play really fast. But when games slow down, Pascal is the one guy who you can get a ball to in half court and play ISO with to a degree. But
that's true. That's true. But also, AJ, I'm a bit. My bad. Go ahead. My bad. I didn't mean to cut you off.
No, I'm gonna let you go. I was just gonna say, but they had about my point about them being balanced. Yo, they had 7 players average double figures this year.
Yeah, they do that. They do that.
And TJ averaged 9, so damn near 8. They just a balanced team. But go ahead. What you gonna say, Cole?
I was just gonna say, you know how big I am on mentality, like the things that don't show up on the paper. And I just think Indiana hasn't run up against a team that they're afraid of yet. Milwaukee was banged up and they weren't afraid of them. They seen whatever they seen in game 1. They're not afraid of Cleveland. And I just think this next series is gonna show if I want to see, and they're definitely proving me wrong twice in a row. I think I had Milwaukee beating them. You know what I mean? And
I did too.
And so I didn't have, and I think I had Cleveland beating Milwaukee.
Yeah.
So, they're proving me wrong all the way. So I just want to see if they really bout it. It just looked like they playing fun basketball, but it's really fun when you the rabbit and you the one with the gun. When you out there on that court and the team across from you ain't putting no fear in you, ooh, it's fun. But man, what you gonna do when you run up against Boston? What you gonna do? You run up against New York, and New York make it to the final, the East Conference Finals.
I think that's gonna be the curse. If New York makes it up against them in the finals, this is when New York starts burning out for real. So I think they could beat New York too. But if Boston goes, I think it's a totally different story. We're gonna get a repeat of last year. Like, they got so luck. I hate using the word luck because you still got to go out there and hoop, and they do that. But God, they just breezed through last year with injuries and all that shit. They just took advantage of that shit as they should have. Yeah. They got to Boston and got smoked.
Yeah.
It didn't even look like they should have been on the court with Boston.
They lost in 5 last year, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
I don't feel like they could do that to New York because, like I said, New York, they put so much on their starters. Eventually, niggas start falling, niggas start getting hurt, niggas, get tired, whatever. If they play Boston in this, I think it's going to be a repeat of last year.
But this the thing, bro. If they do play Boston, that's another team that's banged up. Kristaps Porzingis is sick. They talking about he got some kind of virus that he been having since March that come and go. Jaylen Brown been getting injections in his knee since the start of the playoffs. Al Horford a year older. You know what I mean? So I think that Indiana just, they having a fortunate run playing teams that's banged up right now. But
just like last year, but
yeah,
Boston is healthy in all the right places that they need to be healthy in.
I agree with that. That's segue that. Good segue. Good segue, bro. Shit. New York and Boston. It was looking kind of spooky. Celtics went down 2-0 or 0-2. And they did come out with a much-needed, very much-needed Game 3 win in New York a couple nights ago, last night, one of them nights. But I felt like Boston was gonna win Game 3. I just couldn't believe that them boys is up 20 points 2 games in a row and got walked down 2 games in a row at home. It was crazy. But Boston rebounded, and I think that Game 4 is a must win. AJ speaking, I believe that whoever wins Game 4 will win this series. So I think Game 4 is the most important game of the series. If you Boston, you cannot go down 3-1 to the New York Knicks with Kristaps Porzingis in bad health and Jaylen Brown being kind of inconsistent with his play. But I want to know what y'all think about how this series has been looking thus far, because this has been interesting to me because I didn't see this coming. What y'all think what's been going on with this series and what y'all think gonna happen going forward?
Boston just shooting entirely too many threes and settling, especially late game. Those first 2 games. Second game, you saw them kind of settle down. They still took a lot of threes just because like Boston went to a zone. They kind of forced them to take more threes in Game 3. Me and Quay watched that together, and I was like, bro, like honestly, Boston cannot fuck. Oh, New York cannot fuck with Boston when Boston's really playing.
Yeah.
And not being forced into doing things or just settling.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I'm not too worried about this series. I like Celtics, you gotta close games, or you can't close games shooting threes.
Yeah.
And I think that's what happened in Game 1 and Game 2.
Yeah.
It caught a high, we can just keep shooting.
Yeah.
And Boston just is so good at not Boston, New York is so good at muddying up games, getting extra possessions, and hustling. Like that's where they're their best. When the game is nasty and grimy and muddy, New York's gonna win that shit every time. So the fact that New York was up 20 Game 1 and 2, and then got a blowout win in Game 3, I'm not too worried about Boston, bro. They'll be fine.
Wait.
I think that it is crazy how Boston was up in both of them first 2 games, but just to make it a subject, I gotta point the finger at Jayson Tatum, man. Like, if you're a guy that we are gonna argue about being in the top 5, top 10 players in the league, I don't think he can continue to put on like displays like this in times when his team needs him to be that caliber of guy.
Hold on, shout him out show him back up in Game 3. Shout him out.
I mean, they had a nice team win, but
he was solid. He was solid. He was not like
he was solid.
He was not the nigga that did it.
But he wasn't. It's not like he was like whatever. But I just mean like in general, time and time after again, it seems like in the playoffs, in times where his team needs him to be this top 5 player that we say he is, he's. I'm not gonna say he's never that, but he's oftentimes not that. And I think that, you know what I'm saying, this is something we gotta take note of.
About to say Jayson Tatum has a 50-point game 7 in his arsenal. I just want to put that out there.
He
But
also has a 1-for-17 3-quarter game
for 17
against Philly, Game 7, 2-3 years ago. Game 6, 1 for 17, and then he turned up in the fourth.
I remember us in the group chat talking.
He turned up in the fourth, and James Harden decided he didn't want to play basketball no more.
Yeah.
And then, of course, Game 7. Now I got to go home with my mama and watch Game 7, and everybody quit. Yeah. But that Jayson Tatum, he was not him, bro. He does that. Yeah. There's way more Jayson Tatum stinkers than there are Jayson Tatum like career games in the playoffs. Like he does not like he'll show up every now and then, but we gotta take note of that, bro. Jayson Tatum does do that a lot in the playoffs.
I agree with you, bro, and that's what I was telling someone. I think Jayson Tatum, the thing with him is he lacks moments, bro. He don't have no moments. Like he doesn't have any moments. Like he doesn't have like what are his moments? I'm asking y'all. What are the moments in his careers? Like
I mean, I think the biggest moment was the game I'm talking about when he closed out Philly in Game 6. Was that Philly?
Okay, what's another one? You gave me the 50-point Game 7. Okay,
was that the Philly? It might have been the Philly Mother's Day game, but nobody in Philly played. Nobody in Philly played. We didn't show up from the beginning.
Like you said about Indy, you still got to go get it.
You still got to go get it, but I think his moments. We talk about his moments. His moments is his rookie year dunking on LeBron in the playoffs.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
that's a moment.
That's a moment.
But fuck moments. Like we don't need moments out of a top 5 player. We need runs. He doesn't have a playoff run.
Yeah,
where he just dominated the playoffs.
You mean like
no? But when I say moments, I mean like every player. If he's a top 5 or top 10 player, they all have moments. They all have. I mean, even if we
they have runs.
Well, Shea or AE haven't had runs, but they both have moments. They have had their moments where it's like, okay, he's the guy right now. You know, Shea, he's the guy.
Yep.
AE, he's the. Jayson Tatum, I've never really seen him in a position where he's having moments or in a season where, you know, he's had certain moments to where it's like, okay, he's shining. Like I just haven't. Just
I told you, I feel like my two,
argument. Go ahead.
Yeah, I feel like my two that I can recollect off of memory is not necessarily individual moments, but just when they swept the Nets in the playoffs, when they swept KD and them.
Yeah.
And last year in the Eastern Conference Finals against the Pacers, he was really good.
Yes.
But like other than that, I agree with what you're saying for real.
I forgot about that Brooklyn series.
My thing with Kobe's argument was, AE, they've had moments. All of them have had moments, but Jayson Tatum has had 8 years to put together.
What playoff moment Shea had?
This is my argument. Jayson Tatum has had 8 years of opportunity to go on this run that we all look for him to go on.
Donovan Mitchell has more playoff moments than Jayson Tatum.
Donovan Mitchell has playoff runs. Like, for real. Like,
can you have a playoff run if you done after the second round, though?
I mean, that's fine, but if you averaging 35.
When I think about playoff run, I think about your team, like what you did from first round to finals. Kobe in 2009, Dirk in 2011, Steph in 2015, LeBron in 2016. I think about shit like that, bro.
KD in 2017.
Yeah, bro.
Niggas have runs. This is what I'm saying. Like, we're missing that from Jayson Tatum. Jayson Tatum has had like 7 or 8 years because them niggas have been going on run. Them niggas went to a mad Eastern Conference Finals.
They went to 5 in a row.
He hasn't had a run yet, bro. And we want to put him top 5. He want to be the face of the league, bro. You got to eventually stop settling, bro. Go get it.
What I also heard Jayson Tatum was, I didn't even realize this until somebody was talking about this. I think on First Take, maybe. I forgot they was up 2-1 in the finals against Golden State. And then Steph had the craziest game 4 I ever seen in my life. I forgot they was up.
Really? I feel like Golden State dominated that. I feel like they were never in danger.
Nah, they wasn't. I wouldn't say they felt. They probably didn't feel like they was in danger, but Boston was up 2-1.
I didn't realize
And,
that.
and then Golden State won 3 straight.
I didn't realize that, bro.
Yeah.
Andrew Wiggins had a fucking run.
He had a run. Yeah, bro. He was the second best player in that finals, bro.
He had a run, bro. This is what
But
I'm saying, bro. You got to go get it at some point, bro. You want to be the face of the league, and I don't say this about a lot of Boston niggas because I fucking hate Boston, but I fuck with Jayson Tatum, bro. I
yeah,
really do. And I want to see him be the nigga, but it's like he wants it, but he don't play like it, bro. You settling
But
too
see,
much.
that's my thing, though. Q, I'm asking, has there ever been a time in these 8 years where we looked at Jayson Tatum and said he's the best player in the league? When I say moments, AJ just asked, has Shea ever had any playoff moments? I don't know, but he's had moments over the last 2 years where he's been in the MVP conversation. You know, when we
yeah,
look at AE, he's had moments, bro. When we look at that 2015, 2016 Stephen Curry, bro,
yeah.
we can name moments, bro. When we look at these, it's like over these last 8 years, has there been even a year, just a year where we looked at Jayson Tatum and said, he's even arguably, not like undoubtedly, but even arguably the best player in the NBA. Like we could argue it. Has there ever been one? And I just don't think there has. Like ever. Like
No, I don't think that either. I don't think that.
It hasn't happened, bro.
And I'm with Q. I love JT. But it ain't never that.
He's never had that moment, bro.
He ain't never did that.
And this is like a double-edged sword, bro. It comes down to like your team being really good every year that you've been in the league. That's where it starts. And then you got to have some type of alpha mentality, bro. And I feel like Jaylen Brown has way more of the alpha mentality than Jayson Tatum does. And
Watch
Jaylen
this.
Brown is just not as talented.
I got a question, and I'm only saying this because y'all know y'all know my Jason. Y'all know y'all know I feel Jayson Tatum is the new Tim Duncan. Obviously, they don't play the same position, but just off of, I feel like they got a lot of similarities in their own court demeanor. But have any of y'all ever felt in y'all lives that Tim Duncan was the best player in the NBA?
never.
Kawhi Q.
He was in the league with some killers, though. I mean, Jayson Tatum is too,
I
but
think
nah,
I
I never
think
feel like
no.
that.
I think no, but I think it's different because we used to see how people speak about Tim Duncan though. Nobody
It's
was
not
ever
even that.
like,
I
Okay.
don't even think it's that. I think that Tim Duncan killed niggas for real. We
Oh,
watched
and that's
Tim
what I was
Duncan.
saying.
He did what he was supposed to
He
do
did
at
what he
all times.
did, and people like his peers and stuff like that. But like he's like bona fide greatest power forward of all time. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
Yeah.
Like he's in those type of conversations and stuff like
And,
that.
and
But
Tim
whoa,
Duncan.
whoa, 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 whoa! Wait a second. Wait a second. He's bona fide greatest power forward of all time based on accolades and accomplishments, or based on game? Like what? What? AJ, I see
Both.
your face. Somebody tell me. Because it's
Both.
A mixture of both.
so
Both.
Tim Duncan game wise is better than Dirk Nowitzki game.
Tim
No.
Duncan's probably
Okay,
more.
okay. Tim
He's
Tim
probably
Duncan,
more efficient than Dirk.
is he better game wise than Kevin Garnett? Game wise, I'm not talking about. I mean rings. He got everybody. I mean accomplishments and okay, cool. But we just talking game because I don't think people
I,
look at Tim Duncan and see like, bro. I think it's a reason we kind of look at him the way we look at him. Like really, Dirk though. Like
I think Dirk game wise better than
could,
both
I
of them niggas.
mean,
I
could
think
Tim
Dirk better
Duncan
than
have
both
went
of
on that run that Dirk went on in
11.
2011?
Yeah.
Duncan could have done that.
Nah, but Tim Duncan did that
but
03 though. It just
Tim Duncan
yes,
was like
yes. Yeah,
my
and that's
thing
what I
is
was
Tim
saying.
Duncan was
Like
like a
Tim Duncan was like 6 years older than Dirk at that point.
I gotta clip this. I'm gonna clip this. So please refresh my memory. Who did Tim Duncan go through in 2003?
Shaq. They beat us to go to the finals.
Okay, that's one. Who
Uh,
else?
uh,
Because Dirk went through.
I and look, I ain't looking at nothing, but I want to say Chris Webber in the second round, maybe. And in the first round, I want to say either. Oh God, I don't know who the first
Now
one.
Dirk went through Miami.
Oh no, Dirk's run is the best.
Okay, all right,
Dirk has the best run. Dirk has the best run of all time.
Dirk went through Kobe, KD,
The Spurs.
Who?
Spurs.
The Spurs.
Yeah, Tim Duncan and LeBron.
Okay, all right.
That's the best one of all time.
Quay, I super agree with you, bro. I super agree with you. Like hands down, when the argument comes up, everybody's like Tim Duncan is the
But
greatest of all time.
what I was about to say though, my thing is it's like we saying this as if Tim Duncan was a dude similar to Jayson Tatum that like is just a dude that's kind of like in the league. But like Tim Duncan was like a two-time MVP. Like he's not like he wasn't doing what he was doing. Like Tim Duncan was a killer, bro.
And
Like
I think that's why the argument though, because Jayson Tatum could be the MVP of the league though if he.
but he hasn't been in those conversations for real.
And
That's never been a
and
serious
he really
conversation.
hasn't been close. I
Hey,
know he's been
That's
like top
never even
3.
been a serious conversation.
and hold on, what we also fail to realize, I don't know if y'all remember, but Tim Duncan won a championship as the bona fide best player on his team in his second year in the league.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
I think the Tim Duncan thing, the comparison, like you trying to compare Dirk to Tim Duncan and stuff, it's like trying to compare Kawhi to KD.
Uh-oh.
Both of them got mad game. You just like watching one more than the other.
I like that, Q. I don't like the Kawhi to KD, but I do like that they both.
No, that's a fact. Like KD is Dirk.
And they got the same amount of chips.
Yeah, KD is Dirk, Kawhi is Tim. One game is boring, but efficient as fuck.
Yeah.
You might not like watching it, but the nigga killing. And everybody knows it.
But the reason
I like that.
I do like that. But I just brought up the Tim Duncan point because that was the 2000s. And my whole childhood, I knew that Tim Duncan was great. But it ain't nobody that at the lunch table, when we talk about who was nice in the league, wasn't nobody really clamoring for Tim Duncan. Like, wasn't nobody.
Just because nobody cared about fundamentals. Like, nobody really, you know what I mean?
Right. But at the same time, he was putting up numbers. He was winning MVPs. He was winning chips. So it's one of them things where it's like, but ain't nobody ever view him as the face of the league.
But to be honest, bro, in his defense, we weren't clamoring over any big men. We weren't clamoring over Dirk. We weren't clamoring over KG.
Who won?
Well, I was coming with Shaq. Niggas knew Shaq what time it was with Shaq.
No, nobody
wanted to be
I was
Shaq,
the biggest
bro.
Dirk fan ever. I was the biggest Dirk fan ever.
I couldn't believe you. Because Dirk had game, man.
Dirk was my favorite forever. Like Dirk is my nigga, bro. I was a temporary Mavs fan when it was going on a run, bro. That was me. I was a Dirk fan for real.
Dirk got it, man.
Dirk is cold, bro.
Nah, Dirk nice, bro. Dirk OD nice. And Tim was in the era where he was in the era of the big. Like the Western Conference was full of big men, bro. He had hella competition out there. It was OD out there.
Yeah. And Quay, I'm not gonna let them disrespect you, bro. You had a Tim Duncan jersey in elementary school, bro. I remember.
Oh, you had Spurs 21, my boy.
Hey, I had one too. I had a white one with the little throwback patch on that motherfucker.
Yeah, Quay had the black one.
Yeah, bro. Tim Duncan
for sure.
Tim Duncan was out there sharp with them flight posits on. You know what I mean? But y'all comment below, man. Hey, them silver flight posits was crazy. But so what do y'all think, to wrap this Celtics talk up, what do y'all think is going down the rest of the series?
I think that they'll win game 4. And
who was that? Boston?
Boston's gonna win game 4.
I agree.
And they'll win game 5 back home.
I agree.
And now it's up.
Yeah.
I mean, it's something to being up 20 in game 1 and 2 and then blowing a team out in game 3, bro. Joe Mazzulla is a good coach, bro. Like, no, we're not about to do that shit again, bro.
He is.
We're not about to do that. We got too many bodies we can throw at Jalen Brunson. Cat's gonna have to just get it out the mud and stop bitching to the refs. And now it's up. Now we got it. Now Mikal Bridges got to have a good game. Now OG gonna have to have a great game. Like, I just got Boston. I just think they're better. The better team. They just have choked 2 big leads, bro.
Quay, what you think gonna happen?
I agree with a lot of what Quentin said. I think Boston, like I said, they've been in control of the majority of the series. Like when it comes down to it. So I don't expect Game 4 to really be much different. And I think, they're ready to, it seems like they're ready to take care of the job. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I think they take Game 4. Um, and I think that they go on to, get it together, win at home. And they probably, I go Boston is, if they win Game 4 and 5, I'm going Boston in 6. But if they win Game 4 and New York takes Game 5, we're going 7. Boston in 7.
Yeah.
Hey, real quick before Kobe goes, did y'all see that stat before Game 3 started?
No,
I
I
know
didn't.
it probably looks even crazier now because I don't know the real stat, but like the stat was that Boston had led the entire series 81 minutes versus New York's 14 or some shit.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Like, come on, bro.
Fourth quarter.
Come on, bro.
Oh, what you think?
I think there's absolutely no way Boston goes in the Garden and wins 2 in a row. Sorry. I don't think it happens. I think New York comes out and wins game 4. I think they come out and win game 4. Now, here's why I think shit gets tricky. I think they go back to Boston. Boston blows them out. I think they come back to New York for that would be
Game 7.
Game 6.
No, game
game
6.
6.
Game
They
6.
will be
Game
back
6.
in New York.
Yep.
And I think that's the one. If Boston is going to win a game, I think it'll be game 6. I don't think it'll be this game 4 in the Garden. I think New York will pull this one out. This is my personal opinion. I don't think they go in the Garden and beat them twice. I just don't. But if Boston can win game 5 in Boston, they have to pull off that game 6, of course, or the series is over. But I think that's the game they can win. And if they can win that game, they go back home and Surratt. They go to the Eastern Conference Finals for sure.
Okay.
I don't know how closely y'all tied into the JBP, but Joe Budden has tickets to Game 6, and he has not been in attendance where they won a game.
Yes, that's true.
They're not going to win Game 6.
Yes. If my boy Joey going, it's over with. He might want to stay watch the shit at the crib.
Yeah, just stay at the crib.
But okay. I guess we're gonna see. If you're watching this, comment below and drop what you think is gonna happen with the rest of the Knicks Celtics series. I want to slide over to the West real quick. I want to save the most interesting series, in my opinion, for last. So let's chop it up about this OKC Denver matchup. This is who didn't they play tonight? Was that the night?
Yeah, they just played.
Yeah, so
wait, they played last night, I thought.
Nah, it was tonight. OKC tied it up. The final score was 92-87.
Oh, it was tonight.
Yeah, it was 92-87. And
to be honest, it was a good game. Denver was leading, in the fourth with a little bit of time left. Yeah, and man, that boy Williams, man, he's saving Shea right now, man. And that's a question I got for y'all in a little bit, but go ahead.
Yeah, I do remember being at the gym checking Instagram earlier and seeing that the Nuggets only scored 8 points in the first quarter. So that told me that the OKC came out with some hellified defense, which is on brand. But other than that, what I will say about this series is I had the Thunder beating the Nuggets, but this is a very it's been like 1-1, right? They've been going back and forth, right?
Yeah.
And I haven't. This is a series I haven't had a chance to watch a full game of, but what I do know is that, bro, anytime you got Nikola Jokic on your team, bro, you got a chance. I don't know what's gonna happen the rest of this series. I mean, if you would have told me a week ago, I had OKC winning fairly easily, but and Aaron Gordon, I gotta shout out Aaron Gordon because I was watching the highlights from the other game, and I was just watching how Aaron Gordon shoots the ball now, and how Aaron not only catch and shoots, because a lot of players have gotten better as the older they get and the more they play in the NBA. That's like common for you to come in the league, can't shoot, and then you 10 years in and now you can shoot. That's super common. But Aaron Gordon is making a lot of stuff happen off the dribble now that I've never seen in my life. So I want to shout out Aaron Gordon. He done made a lot of clutch baskets this playoffs. But my question to y'all is who gonna win, man? Pretty much. And what's going on with Shea right now? I don't know who been watching, so I'm just gonna give y'all the floor.
I don't know what's going on with Shea, but I don't know, bro. Like, this is a toss-up. It's not like I can point one finger in one direction or another finger in another direction. These niggas are just this is the perfect example of coaching cat and mouse.
Okay.
This is just coaching. It comes down to coaching at this point.
Yep.
Niggas are just out there getting it.
Yep.
Like game 1, game 2, game 3, game 4. It's just been 2 totally different games every other game. You just really can't choose between the two, bro. It's been more of a half court based series because niggas barely scoring over 100. We talking about teams that can score a lot of points. Michael Porter Jr. got the shoulder. That's an AC joint. That shit hurts, but he's out there playing anyway. Shea's shooting, I don't know, bro. Like, this is really a tough series.
I'm just looking at the stat sheet because I didn't watch the game, but I see that Nikola Jokic shot 7 for 22 from the field, and I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't know if I've ever seen that. I don't know if I've ever seen Jokic shoot 31% from the field because he's probably the most efficient basketball player I've seen in my life.
He's doing what he's supposed to do.
Jokic
is doing exactly what he's supposed to do.
He's still crashing the glass. He's still moving the ball.
13 rebounds.
He's doing exactly what he's supposed to do, bro.
He's still doing what he does. It just gets tough in a half court setting when it's a low scoring game because OKC is just so good defensively. But shit, I saw Russ on Shea. Russ been giving Shea fits.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it's going both ways. Like I said, it's just tough. It's a toss up right now because both teams are so evenly matched, and they both are so good in the half court.
Yeah,
it's really tough.
Have y'all really felt like Shea's been that bad? Y'all talking like he's just been.
Well, nah,
I feel like he's been just kind of Shea.
No, I want to redo something because I did ask that question like Shea was playing terrible.
I do. I answer. Yeah. No, I for sure don't think he's hooping like how I think he's capable of hooping. And as I'm watching these games, I don't want to be like, man, they figured out how to guard him, because if you look at his numbers, he's playing decent. But bro, if it ain't for Jalen Williams, they not winning none of these games. He's the one that's like, bro, listen, when Shea's trying to get to this mid-range and they're clogging the lane up, when he's trying to get to that mid-range right-hand dribble, step back off the push left arm and get to that shit ain't working right now, fam. I'm saying, wait a minute. They're doubling him off that right dribble when he's trying to, and as I'm watching the games, I'm like, I don't want to say they figured him out because I know the playoffs, they do slow the game down, but as I'm watching, he is not as effective as I would have think he would have been. Jokic has been Jokic. And when I'm looking at these two are the two in the MVP race, and I know they say the playoffs have nothing to do with the MVP. But when the two MVP, the number 1 and the number 2 is matched up, I'm expecting it to be like this. Pause. It ain't none of that going on. And Shea is getting his buckets, but if you watching the game, they not coming when they need him to come. Pause. It's Jalen Williams, bro. It ain't too much of that Shea action going on. And even today when they was playing, when it got crunch time, it wasn't Shea bailing them out with them mid-range jumpers that we were seeing in the regular season. And I'm just like, I'm scratching my head like I just don't know if this type of basketball can get them a championship. I don't know.
I mean, I think OKC, I think their defense has been their calling card for the majority of the season. And I think that holding the Nuggets to less than 90 points in this era of basketball, that's the kind of thing that when you're not shooting the ball good, if you can hold the team to less than 90 in this era, you can buy yourself a win or two. Because I mean, it don't look like nobody played great on both sides. So I mean, that just comes down to who can get the more stops.
What did Jamal Murray finish with? Because he came.
Jamal Murray ended with 17 points, but he shot 5 for 15, 30%, 33%.
Yeah, I think a bulk. I don't want to say a bulk, but he had some big buckets in the down late in the stretch. Man, he had some big.
Yeah.
I was gonna ask who played who that in the fourth quarter for OKC who was scoring buckets. I see Jalen Williams only had 10 points. So was all his 10 in the fourth quarter?
Nah, the real unsung hero of the playoffs or that last game that they played was Isaiah Hartenstein, bro.
Is that who's guarding Jokic?
That and he was scoring. Like Isaiah Hartenstein had some big buckets down the stretch.
Okay.
Like he was like Isaiah Hartenstein was the hero of this last game. This
Got
last win that OKC had. Like it was the Isaiah Hartenstein game. Every
Gotcha.
game has like their player. There's the story of that game. Isaiah Hartenstein was the story of that game. Defensively and offensively, bro. He was him. But the game is slowing down, bro, and everybody's not gonna shoot good. This is playoff basketball. You got to get it out the mud for real.
Yeah.
And I'm not too hung up on the shooting percentages because niggas are not gonna do what they did in the regular season.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
It's just not gonna happen, bro. And we looking for that same consistency from Shea. And we're just not gonna get that, bro. He was averaging 30, bro. You're not gonna go out there and just do your 30-point per game mid-range shit. That's the hardest shot in basketball, bro. Especially contested off the push.
Yeah.
Like, bro, you're not gonna you can't live on that in the playoffs, bro.
It's the hardest shot in basketball, but it's also the shot that if you got somebody that can get to that consistently and hit, you got a high chance of winning series. That's my Jayson Tatum. I wish he would get more of that mid post bag, but I know Joe Mazzulla wants the Celtics to shoot 75 threes a game. But we ain't talk about the Celtics. But
that's facts, because that's why Kawhi is so good at the same time.
Yes, bro. But
it's different.
Okay, well that's the series is 2-2. The next game is in OKC. Y'all still riding with the Thunder?
I don't know, bro.
Man, this is some good basketball. I'm with Q. I don't know. I have no idea.
Yeah, I don't need.
I don't know, bro. Because these are two teams that I love, bro. I would love to see both of them go, but I don't know, bro. Quay, what you got?
Quay, what you got?
I think I might got the Thunder in 7. Still,
I definitely think this series going 7. For damn sure.
It's going 7, bro. For sure.
Series going 7. OKC, they got game 7 and 7, but I can see Nikolai Jokic tearing their heart out. So we'll see. Comment below what you think. Golden State, Minnesota. Currently, Minnesota's up 2-1. Stephen Curry is hobbled. He missed game 3. And that's definitely hurt in Golden State, although they did have a chance to win. Jimmy Butler, I think he had like 33. Jonathan Kuminga, I was watching that game, the second half at least. Jonathan Kuminga played well from what I saw. He had 27 points. I'm sure Steve Kerr gave Jonathan Kuminga those minutes because with Steph Curry out, you need someone else that can make a play for you off the dribble. And insert Jonathan Kuminga. I thought he played well. I don't know why Jonathan Kuminga can't play like that with Steph on the court. I guess I'll have to watch some more basketball to figure that out, some more film. But
the ball's not in his hands, bro.
But the thing about Stephen Curry is, well, yeah, because you got Draymond out there too. But the thing about Stephen Curry is Steph don't need it. You know what I mean?
Yeah, but if you have Jimmy Butler now, Jimmy Butler is effectively running your point guard.
Yeah. They're kind of redundant. Redundant. So, yeah, man. Anthony Edwards, he didn't shoot the ball well, but he made some plays down the stretch that helped win the game. Shout out to Julius Randle. Julius Randle, he been showing up, man. I know I didn't like the trade. I low-key still don't like it because of, but Julius Randle, he has gotten better. Julius Randle got better because I didn't think he could shoot the three as good as he's shown me he can shoot it for the duration of his playoffs. But hey, shout out Julius Randle.
He had a good shooting year in New York.
Okay,
He's like, oh shit, Julius Randle, he's shooting that shit for real.
But then he came in the playoffs and was shooting bricks off the glass.
But we went through this. He was the number one option, and we don't think he has a number one option game.
He's definitely a two. He's definitely a two.
No, I think bro was just saying, you know what I'm saying? We didn't know if we would ever be able to see him shoot this well in a playoff setting like this. You know what I'm saying?
Especially when you let go of the self-proclaimed best shooting big man of all time, you know, Karl Anthony Towns. But I just want to know, because you know, obviously Jacoby is Stephen Curry's defense attorney. I want to know. I want to start with you, Cole. I want to know, what do you think the outlook of this series has been so far? And they say Steph Curry isn't coming back until at least Game 5. So I want to know what you think is going on going forward with Golden State.
Now, see, from what I seen, I seen at least Game 6. So to hear Game 5, you know, raises my spirits. Now, Game 1, I think we were able to win Game 1 in such fashion that we did, because I think what happened was Stephen Curry gets injured, and I think it messed that game plan up. I'm dead serious. I'm dead honest. I think when Steph went down, it messed that defensive game plan up. The whole thing. I think for weeks, not for weeks, but for days and days, they planned to guard Steph Curry and the Golden State Warriors. And when he went down, the whole defensive, the game plan went out the window. And so now we're just hooping. I think that's how we got Game 1. I think Game 2 went the way that it went, because the game plan was to just hoop. There's no Steph. Now, Game 3, we had a chance to pull that game out. Jimmy played a great game, finished 33 points, but bro, he was making business decisions, like I say, at the rim. Like he's missing gimmies. He's not shooting gimmies because I feel like he's thinking too much. Jonathan Kuminga played great. I do want to ask, but I'm gonna answer your question. I think, man, in watching Game 3, we can beat them without Steph. Draymond fouls out late in the fourth.
Yep.
We made some bad decisions, but I do think Game 4, in Golden State, I think we can tie the series up. Now, if we can keep this thing, you know, in playing range until Steph gets back, I think we'll be okay. If Minnesota can come out and somehow win this Game 4, I think the series is over. I think even if Steph comes back Game 5, I don't see him coming back and being able to win a Game 5, 6, and 7. I just don't. You know what I mean? So we have to pull out this Game 4 in order to win this series, and that's just my opinion. But we played some great basketball last game. It's just down the stretch. You know, Draymond fouls out. We don't have a Steph. Jimmy making bad business decisions at the rim, thinking too much, and I think it just slipped away. So, you know, and we've been getting lucky with AE having bad first halves.
Yeah.
I mean, the last game, I think he had he's dead. Listen, bro, Game 2, I think Anthony Edwards had 5 points at halftime. Like he's literally, bro, we getting lucky. So, God forbid Game 4 is the game he decides out and comes and decides to be AE. You know what I'm saying? So that's what I'm gonna say, and I'm gonna shut up, man. I'm gonna shut up.
I think because when I was watching the game, I heard them say Anthony Edwards shot, like, at the time he shot like 1 for 8, 1 for 9 from 3. So, you know, I don't know if he's gonna keep. I doubt that Anthony Edwards gonna keep shooting that poorly.
And that's where I was gonna go with it. Just for as far as like what I want to see for the remainder of the series, is that honestly I want to see Anthony Edwards for these next 2 games come out there and stomp on shit for real. Like I want to see him make that. I want to see him make that transition. Continue to make that transition and that ascension in the superstardom.
Oh, he had 30 last game.
Yeah.
I didn't. Damn, they were talking like, okay, never mind.
Yeah, I want to see him come out and make a statement for these next 2 games and like just take care of the series in that type of manner.
Yeah.
Last game, if I might be way off, but I think he had 25 in the second half.
Yeah, that makes sense. He ended up with 36. He hit 5 threes. So I mean, and I want to say at least 4 of them was in the third and fourth quarter. So that makes sense. I mean,
Now he hit a huge one, bro, in the fourth.
yeah, I know which one you're talking about.
That shit was bottoms too.
Cash, yeah, that shit was cash. They I think I was watching the game. Draymond going out with 5 minutes left. That hurts because
that hurt us bad, bro.
5 minutes in the playoffs is a lot of time.
A lot of time. And were we up to when he went out?
I want to say y'all maybe was up
84, 82.
Yeah,
I don't remember.
It was close though. I mean, it was close, and when Draymond went out, it's just a lot. It's just a lot to overcome, bro.
Absolutely, bro.
Absolutely. It's a lot to overcome when Steph's out, and then Draymond sits the last 5 minutes of a playoff game. You relying on Jimmy Butler and a whole bunch of young guys, so that's tough.
It seems like because AE is missing a lot of gimmies at the basket. Mm-hmm. But it doesn't seem like bad business decisions. It don't seem like fear. It seems like when AE's driving to the cup, he gets in a situation where he's looking for the foul. And because he's looking for the foul, and AE's gonna go through you, period. But because he's looking for the foul, I think that causes him to miss layups. Whereas Jimmy going to the hole, he's thinking about this. So it's a different type of if we can come out and hoop. I just, God forbid, like what Quay say, man, if A come out and decide to step on shit, is over with, bro.
Yeah.
Because he's due for that game. Like, he's due for that, like, step on shit game. And it's like, he ain't done it yet. He's having some good numbers, but he ain't came out and, he ain't did that yet. So, if he do what Quay say, it's over for us, bro. It's over for us.
Again, I think game 4 is the most, I mean, obviously every next game is the most important, but game 4 gonna be key because if Steph can go in game 5 and it's 2-2, then y'all in the game. I mean, I don't know how effective Steph gonna be when he come back, but
that's what I'm saying. That hamstring, bro. You can't.
And them hammies is tricky.
He's never had that before, by the way.
And he older. Yeah, that's what took Chris Paul out.
Yeah, it's not like he's going to just step right in and be Steph again, bro. That shit's tough. Yeah. That affects your lift. It affects you coming off the screens, all that shit.
That's the same injury that Chris Paul had when they was up 3-2 against Golden State. And Chris Paul was out for the rest of the series.
You're not going to be able to just come back in and be Steph, bro. Like, that's not a injury that you just can fuck with.
His game is so much based on movement.
Yeah. I don't see y'all talking about Steph coming back. Like, Steph's not gonna. He might come back. He's not gonna be Steph.
Yeah,
that's a hamstring, bro. Like, that shit is cooked. So
I think I would love to see. I think Brzezinski he played. He didn't really give him much.
Golden State had Dante DiVincenzo at one point, didn't they?
Yeah, they did. He went over there the year after he won in Milwaukee.
I feel like they think that he can be him. I don't think he can be him.
Yeah.
I don't think he's Dante DiVincenzo, bro.
Yeah.
I like Brandon Podinjemski, whatever his name is. Whatever the fuck that nigga's name is.
They call him Pods, bro.
Pods, nigga. Yeah. They got some weird names of Pods, cum buckets, whatever. Anyway, I don't feel like he can be Dante, bro. Yeah. But I fuck with the kid.
Yeah.
It's gonna be tough, bro. Because when Steph comes back, let's say y'all do make it to game 6.
Yeah.
If y'all make it to game 6, Steph ain't gonna be Steph.
Yeah, he gonna give you 15, 20.
Yeah. If that. He might go out there and shoot like shit. He might have one of them shitty Steph games.
But that's the thing, though. He
2 for 11.
He draws so much attention off the ball.
He gonna still draw that same. Yeah, Cole.
He's very. I mean, in my opinion, he's the most dangerous player, ever offensively because, you comparing him to anybody else. Nobody else has been this dangerous without the ball. Like,
yeah, and that's facts. But then now you got to depend on Jimmy and Draymond to go out there and get you some buckets.
Oh yeah, Draymond shot out of his. He shot the basketball out of his mind. Game 1.
Yeah,
So
Draymond.
Game 2 too. He had what, like 16 and 18 back to back.
Yeah, Draymond been playing well offensively. But what I was gonna say,
He did not last game, but yeah,
what I'm gonna say to y'all is I just want y'all to watch out for something. Game 5 is still come back. Game 5 or Game 6 if the series goes 6. I want y'all to watch and pay attention because I'm 100% sure that Minnesota is going to test that hamstring. They
got to go at him.
they hunt they like some teams try to hunt Steph healthy.
Put him through all the pick and rolls.
They gonna test that ham. They gonna put Steph in every action they can to see
Every
if
pick and roll, bro. Hammer screens off the back end. Mike Conley coming off the hammers, bro. Mike Conley coming off the pin, the back screens, all of that shit, bro.
Because if I'm Chris Finch, that's what I'm doing. Hey man, we running all our actions through whoever he guarding, just for especially the first half. I gotta see it. I just gotta see it.
I got Mike Conley. I got Mike Conley for 8 in the first half. Easy.
Man, they might let Rob Dillingham get out there and get
stop playing. Don't do that. Stop playing.
Rob get in there. Oh, good.
Stop playing. Stop
GG's.
playing.
Rob get in there. Hey, 1-4 flat.
Hey, dog. But nah, man. I think this just depends on game. I think whether Steph come back or not. If the Warriors lose Game 4, then we're gonna have a Minnesota. Minnesota gonna be back in the Western Conference Finals.
That's gonna be the craziest. No, this lineup about to be crazy. That Western Conference Finals lineup about to be dumb.
But I want OKC if it's gonna be Ant, I want Shea to win so we can see Ant versus Shea because I know that's what Ant want. I know that's what Anthony Edwards really want.
And them niggas had beef, not real beef, but
No,
you know what I'm saying? They
got court beef. They got court.
We need to see that.
Anthony Edwards Anthony Edwards like he the MVP. I bet we finna see. That's what Anthony Edwards on.
Yeah, he on that shit. I'm with it.
Garden Shea, he gonna be on all that.
Yeah, I need to see all that. Bro.
That's definitely the best Western Conference Finals we could get.
We got
probably the best conference finals we could get. Period. Both sides.
We got to get that.
Kobe, I know you want to see Golden State. Well, who you want to see? If Golden State was to win, Kobe, who would you want to see?
If Golden State was to win?
Yeah. Who would you want to see in the Western Conference Finals?
Oh, listen, you ask me who I want to see, or you ask me who would be the best, most entertaining? Because who I want to see is Denver.
So you think, okay, so the most entertaining would be Steph and Shea going at it.
For sure.
Yeah.
The in my opinion, the greatest point guard of all time versus the greatest point guard in the NBA, right? The best point guard in the NBA right now.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? I think that's either you passing the torch, he taking the crown, or you letting that nigga know that this ain't that yet, my boy.
Okay.
You know, I think that's what I want to see.
Okay.
But I that's what I'm excited to see. But I want to see us versus Denver. I think we beat Denver in 6 for sure.
Ooh.
All right, bro. All right.
I'm telling you, healthy Steph Curry. We get Minnesota out of here in 6. Healthy Steph. We get Minnesota.
Y'all don't have a single center or real 4 on the team.
That's the thing. We really got 3 wings. We got 3 rings without one.
No, you didn't. Kevon Looney played a big part in all that.
Man,
not
Kevon Looney.
Not the first one or the second one.
Come on now.
Not our first ring. We had Bogut.
Yeah,
he was.
So y'all had a big.
Yeah, we had a big our first ring.
No, they had Bogut and Azili.
Yeah.
Yeah, our first ring, but them last 3, especially that last ring Steph got. Come on.
No, the last one was tough. The last one y'all got that out the mud. I ain't gonna hold you. Y'all got that out the mud.
Steph Curry went out. He went Iverson on that last one.
Yes, sir.
Y'all got that out the mud. I ain't gonna hold you. I was not expecting that, but I was.
Yeah, nah.
I was a fan.
What seed? Does anybody remember what seed they was that year?
6.
That's what I'm saying. When they like 4 or 5, then it was 4.
Were they the 4th? I wasn't gonna give them that.
Well,
I was gonna say 6, but I don't know. I'm just guessing.
No,
I just be up here guessing, bro. I don't fact check shit. I just be up here just talking shit.
you you on that JVP time.
Yeah, I'm on some New York shit.
They was third
Third?
behind Phoenix, but behind Phoenix and Memphis. Memphis was number 2 that year
Wait. So why were we so surprised that they won?
because I don't know.
Oh, wait, guys, hold on. I don't want to go on a tangent, but this we talking about a subpar Klay Thompson, no Kevin Durant. This
And
supposedly
our best player. Oh, Jordan
I
Poole.
didn't know they were the third seed.
That was third seed, bro. Jordan Poole was hooping that year too, though.
Jordan Poole.
Jordan Poole was going crazy that
Why
year.
did see Kobe? You're gonna have to answer for your sins at some point. But
nah, but see, this is the thing, and to be honest, bro, I was having this conversation. It's gonna sound crazy. I was having this conversation with myself, maybe yesterday, earlier today. Jordan Poole and Kuminga could have been, because Kuminga's only problem is his IQ. That's the only problem, bro. That's legit. His only problem, his IQ is. I mean, he's this big. But Jordan Poole, man, he had the keys, bro. He had
it's
the
not
keys.
even. It wasn't even just him. Like y'all already had your future built. It was Moody, Poole, Kuminga. That was y'all's future. Y'all like kind of. I ain't gonna say y'all did it. Draymond did it, but yeah, that was the future, bro. Like that was going to hurt. Like y'all shouldn't have seen no drop off. Y'all want to ring with them niggas?
The spot that Podziemski's in right now, that's where Jordan Poole's supposed to be right now.
Yeah. And it will be way better with Jordan Poole in that spot.
Yes,
that's a fact. And I got a question about that to y'all, in a little bit.
Okay. But Quay, what you think gonna happen the rest of this series? I don't know if I asked you that.
I'm talking about.
Did I ask you?
Golden State?
Yeah. What's your prediction for the rest of the series? Did I ask you that?
Yeah, I think Anthony Edwards gonna come out, step on shit for 2 games.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah, man. If you watch, comment below what you think. What you think is gonna happen with the rest of the Golden State Minnesota series? I think it's gonna be very interesting. Cole, but I know you got some questions for us. They said.
Yes, sir, man. My first question is: was Kobe Bryant right when he said James Harden's style of basketball will never win a championship? Let's go.
Ooh,
We ain't seen it yet.
That's true.
What is it? What is it that's wrong with James Harden's style of basketball?
And the closest thing to James Harden's style of basketball right now is Luka, and Luka ain't won yet. So shout out to the mom, but he ain't wrong yet. So I mean I got to see it.
At the same time, to cut it some slack, I'll say we've never seen a heliocentric offensive force like that.
My nigga said
at the guard position, primary ball handler that is also 2-way. So
I like that.
The first time we see that, we probably will see it happen.
And I ain't gonna lie, I don't to further that, I don't think it's beyond the realm of possibility that you can win, because like I say, in an alternate universe, if Chris Paul doesn't tear his hamstring, maybe the Rockets beat the Warriors and then they beat the Cavs. Because I think if the Rockets would have played the Cavs, who's to say that they don't beat the Cavs? Also, Luka Doncic did make it to the finals. So I don't know. I'm not gonna say it can't happen. I gotta see it.
I think Shea's the closest thing, but Shea doesn't play make like James Harden and Luka did. But he's most definitely heliocentric. Everything runs through that Shea mid range, and then he makes plays off that. And now all the niggas gotta hit shots. But
I think if you're gonna win like that, you gotta have that kind of defense that Shea got around you.
Yeah. You gotta have a defense, and then you gotta also have a Jalen Williams.
Yeah.
Kind of bail you out of that shit. But
yeah.
Shea's the closest shit.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So look, let me ask y'all this. With Jayson Tatum, with the Celtics being kind of banged up, if hypothetically speaking, and I will hope nothing happens, but Jaylen Brown kind of looking he kind of looking kind of banged up.
Yeah.
Does Jayson Tatum have it in him to bus drive this team to a championship? Let's go.
No.
Damn.
Well, he ain't think about it. I think he got enough around him to do it.
Not enough around him.
Yeah,
Yes, yeah, he has enough
I'm
around
answering
him.
the question. He said if Jaylen Brown go down, yeah, can he bust right? Yeah, I think so.
He has enough around him to bail him out of it. He's not going to do it himself.
Yeah, the
Nobody.
question was about
Hold on.
can he bus drive him to a championship?
That's what I'm
That's
saying.
that's what the question was.
He's not going to do it by himself. And
Who
that's
does? Hold on. Who does?
what do you mean? Who does? Just, we've seen plenty of niggas do it.
Hold on. Wait a minute. So define him bus driving it. Maybe that's what the disconnect is in my brain.
Not being on the Celtics,
Because
bro.
if hold on, time
This is
out.
why this is why
Took
this is why I disqualify him from all those conversations because he plays for the Celtics. Them niggas are just too good.
Time out. If Jaylen Brown can't go or whatever, that automatically makes Jayson Tatum the undisputed best player on the team. So define him bus. What does Jayson Tatum have to show you for him to be bus driving without?
Nigga, go out there and get 35 a game and win games. Nigga, you niggas are down 2-1 right now. You niggas down, you blew 20-point leads, nigga, at home. Let me see something. This is why I'm saying trade Jaylen Brown next season. I want to see what you can do on your own. Prove to me that you're that nigga. He ain't done it yet. Let me
Okay.
see it. Let me see it, bro. Go out there and be Jayson Tatum, nigga. The nigga that we say that's so cold and is top 5. Because we all agree that he's top 5 talent. Right?
Yeah.
Let me see it.
Wait, what you think?
I think I think we need to like have Cove who asked the question define the word bus drive for us.
Okay, yeah.
Okay, so bus driver is undoubtedly the best player on this team. And I'm not saying you lead your team in scoring every night, but I think us as basketball players, us as basketball, I don't want to say analysts, but people who analyze the game of basketball and speak on it, we know if Jaylen Brown go down, Jayson Tatum is the guy on this team.
Right.
You know, if it's 4 seconds left on the clock and it's a tie ball game, we're not giving it to Jrue Holiday.
Right.
We're not giving it to Derek White. We giving it to Jayson Tatum.
Right.
If Jaylen Brown goes down, can Jayson Tatum carry his team to a championship? Does he have the skill? Not only the skill, because we all can agree he's a top 5 talent. Does he have whatever else it takes to? He has a ring already, so we can't say he doesn't have the experience. Was it against a Jokic? No, but it was against a Luka. It was against a Kyrie. So can he himself, without his Robin, without his Scottie Pippen, can he lead them to get a ring by himself? Quay, let's go.
Yeah, because this Boston Celtics team is that good.
That's all I was saying. That's all I was saying.
But this is what I'm saying. Y'all not answering the question. He's not did it. Like last game, it wasn't even him. It was Peyton Pritchard.
But that's what I'm saying though, is it like by the standards of what he proposed the question with, I gotta say yes. But
That's
that's
what I'm
because
yeah, like what we supposed to say?
but that's
Because
only because
he is just the
and
biggest name on that roster. He just
I'm
gets the pass. I don't
I'm
like.
I'm saying it as a negative towards Jayson Tatum. I don't think that that's cool.
Okay. So you're
Because
with me.
let's say Jaylen Brown and Derek White goes down, then my answer might change,
You're fucked.
and that's still a pretty good team too.
Ooh, AJ, they cooking.
Fam,
They cooking. Now they cooking, nigga. They cooking. Nigga.
Last game was
this is the thing. What is Derek White the what? Is he the 3rd or 4th best player on the team? What y'all think?
I would say offensively, Derek White or Porzingis is the 3rd, maybe 4th option offensively.
Because I think Porzingis is the 3rd best option.
Okay, so he's 4th. So he's the 4th option.
Okay, so cool. How many teams are going to like perform well with a 2nd and 4th option?
But their team right now, as constructed, is still really like pretty good, and like even without those 2 players, they're still in this Eastern Conference right now good enough to compete. If Jayson Tatum was as good enough or was as good as we're saying he is. You still got Peyton Pritchard. You still got Drew Holiday. You
Yep.
still got Kristaps
Al
Porzingis. You still
Horford.
got Al Horford. Like that's
Yep.
still you still got pieces to where you can get it done.
Okay.
It's not like he would be out
Bro,
there playing with nobody.
I don't want to say this and sound like a hater or like on some bullshit, but I gotta be Skip Bayless, bro. If Jayson Tatum got hurt, I still feel like they could beat the Knicks, bro. I still feel like they could beat the Knicks,
Bro,
bro. If Jalen Brown was healthy, let
I
me say that.
don't disagree. I don't disagree with
I
you,
feel
Steph.
like they could still beat the fucking Knicks, bro. I really do. And that's the problem with Jayson Tatum.
I
And
don't think.
it's
I,
not a problem with Jayson Tatum. It's just a problem of him being on the Celtics, and that's the double-edged sword. I keep saying that. He
That's a
is.
huge problem with Jayson Tatum, though. That is a problem because if
I
Shea
don't
goes
want to
down,
say that because that's not. It's not a problem with him because he's cold, but like
Q,
he just
Q,
is blessed. He's
Q, if
blessed.
If Shea go down, OKC done. If
No,
Jalen
they're
Brunson
finished.
go down, New York done. If
They're
Halliburton
finished.
go down right now, Indiana done. If Donovan Mitchell go down, Cleveland done. Steph go down, I don't know. AE
None
go
of them
down.
niggas have the same supporting cast as Boston though. Boston got damn. They got a starting lineup and a half. They do. So like Jason Tatum is blessed. He's supremely blessed to be on that team. But it's also a curse because he's great and we acknowledge him as being great. But he's never been in a situation where he's ever had to take his game to the next level to be the bus driver on that team. He's had big games and he's clearly the best player on that team, but he's never felt the pressure to be like, let me go get this shit. You know
I
what I'm
have to be
saying?
the best
Especially in
player.
these
Like,
playoff
yeah,
games.
he's never had to have the pressure of I have to be the best player in the world every night tonight. And every other superstar kind of feels that, especially in the playoffs, in order for their team to win or have a chance to win a
Nah, he
championship.
cooking. Nah, he cooking. He
yeah.
cooking.
He's not. He hasn't. We haven't seen him. That's why I'm saying trade Jalen Brown, bro.
Nah, he cooking though. Nah, he cooking. That's a
This is
fact.
why I said
He's
trade.
never he's
Let's,
never had to worry about being the guy night after night after night. And every
bro.
other superstar on every other team has to worry about that. Every other one. In order for them to win the series, Shea has to be Shea. Jokic got to be Jokic. And he's never had to worry about that. So we've never seen him. Nah, Quay Cook.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying, bro. That's what I'm saying, bro. If, like I said, if he went down and Jalen was healthy, I think they could still beat the Knicks, bro. Like yeah, at some point, bro. That's what I'm saying. Let's trade Jalen. Let's see what Jason can do, bro. Let's consolidate. We got two alphas on this team. Let's get rid of one and see
Well,
what Jason Tatum can do.
the thing about that is, if you trade Jalen Brown, based on what he makes, you still gonna get a hell of a haul back because you're not trading a 27-year-old for kibbles and bits.
But listen, you can get a haul. You don't have to get a star.
But they still gonna. But then they're gonna be deeper than they is now.
You can be deep, but if I'm the far and away best player, I'm not playing with a nigga that won Finals MVP and Eastern Conference Finals MVP over me. Now I'm just him.
So Kobe, you asked if something was to happen to Jalen Brown, could Jason Tatum bust drive the Celtics to a championship?
Absolutely.
Right? And Q's words were he not gonna do what you say, he not gonna do it alone or whatever you said.
He's never going to do it alone.
Okay, cool. Nobody does, but it's cool. Because
Oh,
he
oh,
you because you need your you who
okay.
you need your
You need your rotational players, but you
yes.
that's fine. But you don't need a nigga winning Finals MVP over you, AJ. Come on, bro. Stop.
Look, and here's what I'm saying about you need your rotational players, right?
Uh-huh.
Because take somebody like Shea, that you know what I'm saying, just one of the names we were just listing,
Mm-hmm.
right? He needs his rotational players to be the rotational players too, but they still don't win. They don't win a
Without
championship unless Shea is
They,
the
they,
best player in the world
yep,
night after night after night. And that
yep.
goes the same for anybody else. Jason
bro.
Tatum can have games off and it's okay.
Bro,
You
we
know,
just watched like I ain't gonna say just watched them, but like against us, game six last mother 2 years ago, 3 years ago. Jason Tatum was 1 for 17. Them niggas won. Like that's fine, bro. Like he can have stinkers as he
He also,
normally
he
does
also
in the playoffs, and they
hold,
still win games.
hold on. The fourth quarter he turned up.
He turned up. He
He
turned
wasn't
up,
for
and,
17. He
and
wasn't one
that's
for 17 for the whole game.
he was ass.
The first three the first 3 quarters.
He was ass.
Yes. Fourth quarter he turned up and they won.
And there's been plenty of games where he was meh, and them niggas win because Derek White goes for a 30 ball, or Drew Holiday turns up on defense, or Jaylen Brown carries them to a win because he's an alpha for real. It's a difference, bro. I think Jayson Tatum is teetering between the alpha and the beta. I think he's walking that fine line between the two. He can be alpha, he can be beta. He settles a lot, bro.
Yeah.
He just needs to be that guy, bro. And that's all we looking for him to do because we all fuck with him. But them niggas can win without him. Like their team is good enough. They can win without Jayson Tatum. It's not like he's that nigga. He's not Shea. He's not Jokic. He's not any of those number ones that you're looking. He's not Joel. He's not those niggas. Healthy Joel. Let me say that. But yeah, he's not those niggas, bro. He's not. He's definitely not Luka. Teams don't move without Luka, for real. You got to be that, bro. You want to be the face? You got to be that nigga. Trade Jaylen Brown. I should have made that my name today.
Yeah, well, I guess we ain't gonna be able to see it until Jayson Tatum, until he by himself on the island.
Let's see it. Let's see it.
Hey, you got any more questions, Cole?
Yeah. How much time we got? I got a few more.
Oh nah, we good, bro. You got shit. We got about 15.
Okay, so listen. My next question is: do y'all think that Jonathan Kuminga is making Steve Kerr look like an ass, man? With Steve Kerr limiting this man's minutes, with Steve Kerr not keeping him in the rotation, putting him in the rotation, especially in that Houston series until it decided to go 7 games, and he come out there and do what he do. And how he's playing now in the playoffs with Steve Kerr not giving him the minutes. Do y'all think that this is a personal issue in the locker room, or do y'all think this is just I don't know, like a rotational thing? My question really is, does Jonathan Kuminga playing good make Steve Kerr look crazy for not playing him? He hasn't been in the rotation like that. He hasn't been, getting the minutes. I feel like, and from how he's playing it, I think he deserves. So is the way he's playing making Steve Kerr look like, to the fans and to the people that's watching, like, damn, why this dude ain't been playing? Why he haven't been in the rotation? Why does it take Steph going down? Like, why are we playing? That's my question, though.
Nah, I think that the Jonathan Kuminga and Jimmy Butler piece, like when Steph is on the court, when it's all three of them, I just think that, especially when you playing with Draymond too, I just think that Jonathan Kuminga kind of, he kind of the odd man out. I don't know if he can, you know what I mean? Like when Steph on the court, it's just the offense run through Steph. You know what I mean? So,
bro, he's getting 0 minutes some games. Even if the offense does run through Steph, he's not seeing any court time. Steph ain't playing 4 quarters, 4 straight. Like, come on, fam. He's not seeing any court time. None.
Yeah.
Here's why. My fault, bro.
Nah, I was just gonna say, I just don't think Steve Kerr really trusts Jonathan Kuminga. Like, and Steve Kerr he done already start trimming down his rotation. Like Moses Moody don't even play that much no more. Quentin Post ain't played. I don't even know Quentin Post played last game. So I just think Steve Kerr one of them coaches that, like, he go game by game. And if he don't trust you, you're gonna see it. And I think last game he needed Jonathan Kuminga because he needed another playmaker that could put the ball on the floor. But yeah.
Here's why my answer is no to your question, Cole. And it's because for the bulk of not just, what I'm saying, in this playoff series, but for the bulk of Jonathan Kuminga's time in Golden State, you haven't been who we've needed you to be for this team to be as successful as we could be. And so he hasn't necessarily earned the time on the court that people maybe think that like might necessarily deserve because of maybe his draft position or maybe how we feel about how talented he may or may not be. You know what I'm saying? But I think bottom line is for the majority of the time, like I said, you haven't been who we've needed you to be, and so you haven't really earned that time.
Hey,
And I'm
as a Warriors fan, I agree.
gonna also say no because you kind of proved you've proved the front office right. You've built some draft stock. It's not on Steve Kerr, it's on the front office at this point. Like you going off in the playoffs, we don't really believe in you because we ain't played you. But you going off in the playoffs, you building draft stock, you building a little bit of not draft stock, but trade stock. We can move you. We can move you for some good shit now. Like you playing well, cool. You don't fit here, but you might fit somewhere else. Somebody else might need a 3-4 that can put the ball on the floor, get a bucket, whatever. Like, yeah, I don't I don't really believe that falls on Steve Kerr as far as playing him because I wouldn't trust him in the playoffs either because we saw, yeah, he had 2 good games, but he looked like shit when he came in like the game before that. You know what I'm saying? So I know a lot of that is due to rhythm, but there's a reason why you're not on the floor, bro. We don't trust you.
Yep.
Okay.
We know what you can. We know what you can do. You've shown that what you can do early on when we were playing you and everybody was on the Kaminga wave or whatever. Like you got game, but we don't trust you here. Let's build your draft stock. Let's move you for some other shit, bro.
Okay. All right, it makes sense. And my last question is I know the MVP race, you know, the vote and everything is locked up. You know, they say the playoffs don't matter, but let's be real. I just want to ask, do y'all think that the playoffs have anything to do with the MVP voting? You know, especially in a time like right now when you got the number one and the number two playing against each other. I mean, they say it doesn't, but how can it not? Like you know, or do y'all think it's one of those things that it's just solidified? It is what it is.
Yeah, nah, I don't think it do. I mean, don't they give out the regular season MVP before the finals?
Yeah.
Yeah, bro. I mean, if it was about the playoffs, you would probably wait until the finals was over.
Yeah.
Okay.
It don't depend, bro, because Russell Westbrook won.
Yeah, yeah. As a 6 seed, that's true.
Yeah. Yeah. We just got lucky enough to see the number one and the number two. Usually it's somebody in the East, somebody in the West.
Yeah,
You usually don't see them meet up in the playoffs in such a close playoff series.
yeah,
It's hard to not think about it because they playing head to head and we ain't really decided yet. So this is like the first time that shit's ever happened for real.
yeah.
Right.
But
Before
yeah,
the finals, for sure.
yeah, this nah. I think it's already set in stone, bro.
Yeah,
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
I agree. It's set in stone. I think that for me, it's more about I think that the narrative changes on why people win MVP on a year by year basis. Like, for example, I think Shea should have won it last year, and I think Jokic should win it this year.
I
But
agree.
the thing about it is the reason why did some of the reasons why Shea didn't win is just because he overcorrected this year for like, you know what I'm saying, the reasons that they said he couldn't win it last year. And so it's like now narrative wise, you kind of have to give it to him this year because you know what I'm saying, he did all like him and his team did all the things pretty much that kept them from winning MVP last year. So like I don't think it's playoffs. I think it's just the yearly narrative.
Yeah.
Hey, makes sense to me, man. So look, that's all I got, man. That's all I got, man. For
Hey, I
sure.
got a quick question. I was just thinking, based on what we done seen in this playoffs and last playoffs, and it just got me thinking, who would y'all rather have? Who would y'all rather have in the playoffs? Jayson Tatum or Luka Doncic?
Shit. Well,
Luka.
give me Luca all day.
I don't feel like that's close.
Yeah.
So, okay, Luka.
Give me
On
Jason.
on an individual level, I don't think that's close.
Okay,
Man, give me Luca all day.
and I agree. But the only reason I'm asking is because of what we saw from Luka in the first round on defense.
Give me Jason Tatum. I can deal with 18 points a
Jason,
You know,
game.
I say that, but it's a team by team basis for me. It depends on what the team look like.
No, I can deal with 17, 18 on some inefficient shooting as long as you play defense, bro. You 6'10", like Jayson Tatum is not going to not play defense.
yeah, you're not blown by Jayson Tatum.
Yeah, he's not doing that, bro. He's still competing on both ends, bro. Give me Jayson Tatum, bro. Luka, he can give you a 30 ball, but if you giving up 30 on the other end, just niggas blowing by you, you're not rebounding, you're not boxing out. I mean, he rebounds, but like, yeah, give me Jayson Tatum, bro. Slick. It's not a far and a
No,
blowout.
hell no. Luka averages. He got the third best playoff score all time, I think.
Yeah. It's not a blowout, but I need some defense, bro. Especially in the playoffs when the game slows down, bro. Half court. We can't give up easy buckets and in the half court, bro. Every possession matters. Give me Jayson Tatum, bro.
Now, AJ, are you asking right now specifically, or are you asking Jayson Tatum and LeBron, or Luke and LeBron, or Jayson Tatum and Jalen Williams, or like, are you asking like, what are you asking? Like,
No,
would I rather Luka
I was
in
asking.
Jayson Tatum's position right now?
I was just asking player for player. Who would you rather have in the playoffs?
I definitely want Luka on these Celtics right now. As a coach, if I want Luka on these Celtics, them boys D'ing up without Tatum. I ain't worried about defense with these Celtics. No, hell no. Now I want Luka on these Celtics for sure.
Nah. Because niggas get played off the court with no defense, bro. In
That's
the
true.
playoffs. In the
That's true.
playoffs.
Yeah,
Niggas get played off the court, bro. I don't think you can play Jayson Tatum off the court.
yeah. Because if his shot ain't fouled, he ain't get blown by on defense, and he gonna give you
Hell no.
10 to 15 rebounds.
Yeah, he's not. He's not going. Let me get Jayson Tatum, bro. I go Jayson Tatum.
Yeah. Okay. I just wanted to ask. I just wanted to ask. That's all the questions I had. Y'all got some questions? Kobe, you got some more questions? We got about 5 more minutes.
Oh yeah, hold up.
We got a little bit of time, my boy.
All right, so listen. I want to ask y'all. Draymond Green, the bully on the team, is it necessary for teams to have that dynamic to win the championship? Now, I know we've seen teams without it, like a Boston, who I don't know who the quote unquote bully on the Boston team would be, but is it more necessary than not to carry for your team to have a player to carry that dynamic to win a championship? Or is it just, I want to say, maybe necessary for Golden State? And the reason I'm asking is, I'm just saying that guy on the team that
Forcer?
like an enforcer, is that necessary to win a championship? Because LeBron was that for Cleveland. Jordan
Was he?
that. In my opinion, LeBron was the reason that you was not about to come and play with Cleveland and run over Cleveland. No, you was not going to do it. You might beat Cleveland, but you're not going to come in here and punk us. No. LeBron,
I don't think LeBron's ever been the.
Yeah, I don't know about that one. And
Yeah, LeBron ain't never been that guy.
LeBron has never been the guy to pick up dumb technicals fighting in the NBA. But
No, I'm not saying that, but niggas still try LeBron. But like Lance blew in that nigga's ear. Like we're not like he's not tough. I wouldn't call him the tough
but
guy.
on that team, it was Udonis Haslem. On that team, it wasn't LeBron. It was Haslem.
Yeah. So they had UD. Yeah.
But in Cleveland, LeBron definitely had to be the guy before. Like, nah, we ain't having that. Like,
but he still wasn't that though.
I don't know, man.
He still wasn't that though.
I mean,
He's never really been that.
Does every team that's won in the last 5 years have an enforcer?
No.
And when I say enforcer, I think enforcer is the wrong word. I think big bro is a better terminology for it. Like, does every team need a big bro pretty much that you can't come and punk us? Enforcer seems like Charles Oakley, seems more like a guy who just with the shits. Like, not that per se, but just.
Now let's go through it. Because Boston didn't have one.
They have one. Denver.
Jokic is a big bro. Jokic is big bro.
Jokic can be that because I see him knock Marcus Morris out.
Okay, Golden State had Draymond.
Marquise Morris.
Golden State had Draymond. Milwaukee in 21.
Giannis ain't going.
Okay,
Giannis not going.
2020 the Lakers won.
I mean, I mean, at an experience, you're not punking AD and LeBron. Like,
No, yeah, you are. Stop. They're not. They're
come
not.
on,
They're
man.
not. They're not that tough.
I don't believe LeBron
If
is
anybody's the
something else.
enforcer on that team, it's Rondo. Rondo spit in CP3's face. They would be Rondo out of all them niggas.
I give you that.
Yeah,
I
And I
give you that.
wouldn't.
Rondo ain't going for nothing.
I
And
give you
I'm
that.
not. And I wouldn't. I mean, he's the tough guy, but I wouldn't really label him as like the tough guy on a team.
Who?
Even Rondo, even though he is, like, I wouldn't label him as that nigga that, oh, let's not really fuck with them because of Rondo.
I give you that. I give you that. Keep going. Who else?
Who was
19.
before that?
So
Toronto, they didn't have a single soul on that team that was like that.
sir, yeah. I was thinking
Okay.
Serge Ibaka, but 18
Have
18 was Golden State.
Golden State. Had Draymond. Back to Draymond.
16 was Braun them. 15 was Warriors. 14 was, I mean, after that is you're gonna get a lot of heat and
You don't really need it. You have one nigga on a team that was dominated.
2014 was San Antonio.
They didn't have one either.
And they won 5 times.
Yeah, you don't need that.
The
You don't
Spurs,
need that.
the Spurs won 5 times in 15 years without one.
Yeah, that's some 90s shit, honestly.
Okay.
That's some bad boy shit. Late 80s, early 90s, that was the bad boys. You needed that to win.
Yeah, you needed Bill Laimbeer, Rick Mahorn.
Yeah, that was they actually invented that shit, to be honest.
Mason, you know what I'm saying?
They invented that shit, bro.
Xavier McDaniel and all them.
Because all them niggas tried to replicate that. The Knicks,
the Pacers, the Davis brothers.
Yeah, they tried to reinvent that shit, and they didn't win with it in that era. So
Portland with Rasheed and what's my boy name?
they had the whole team. What are you talking about? They had the whole
Brian
team.
Grant, all them.
The Jailblazers. Yeah. Zebo. Yeah. They wasn't really
Yeah.
You don't need that today, bro. You really don't.
Okay.
Nah. Not in the analytics era.
Nah.
But yeah, I don't think so.
All right, bet. Well, I was just wondering, you know, do you need that dynamic, that big bro dynamic on your team nowadays, you know, in order to be successful, you know?
Yeah.
You need a vet. You need a vet.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. You do need a vet.
Yeah, you need a vet.
You don't need a tough guy.
Yeah,
I think OKC is close to proving that wrong. You know, as far as
they can do it. If they can do it.
If they can do it, you know, and
if they can do it, they can do it.
And looking at their team, they don't have necessarily a tough guy, but when I say they have a mentality over there where it's like you got that Dort, you got that Jay, you got that
you got dogs. You need dogs.
That's what I'm saying. So that might be the word Q, not big bro, not. Yeah. But does every team need at least one dog?
No, you need a couple dogs to win a championship.
If you change the word to dog, I feel like Jaylen Brown and Drew Holiday are both dogs.
Yeah, they're dogs.
Yeah, for sure.
That's what I'm saying.
Derek White is a dog. Al Horford is a dog.
But they're dogs. We could punk Derek White. You could punk Derek White. You can't.
No, you can't. No, you can't.
I think you could punk Derek White. I think you could punk Derek White. Yeah,
Derek White's a dog, bro. He's a dog.
I don't look at Derek White like a dog, bro.
No, he's a dog, bro. He be meeting niggas at the rim. Like he's a dog, bro.
I just think he's a good basketball player.
I think he's a good basketball player.
I think Derek White
I think Drew Holiday is the dog you're trying to make Derek White.
But they have the same temperament. And they do the same shit on defense.
I feel like
it's not like y'all. If they got the same temperament, then it just sounds like y'all going dark skin, light skin.
It's not dark skin, light skin. Like
I'm that, bro.
I'm just saying, like, what's the difference between Derek White and Drew Holiday for real?
Drew Holiday dark and Derek White ain't.
That's all I'm saying. They do the same shit. They're dogs.
Yeah,
they're dogs, bro. Derek White's if Drew Holiday's a dog, Derek White's a dog.
I feel. Nah, I'm saying I feel like historically, and part of the reason why he has, for a long period of time, had a reputation as a defender as he's had, especially by players in the league, is because we've seen Drew Holiday get scrappy. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Him and Dame got into it and stuff in the playoffs. You know what I'm saying? He was in Dame shit.
He was like, because
Like
he was locking Dame ass
Why
up.
do niggas gotta
we've
get
just
in
seen
scraps to
Derek
be
White play good
dogs?
basketball. We ain't seen him get in
What?
like go
But
at anybody.
why do niggas gotta be scrappy to be dogs? I can't be a dog without getting no text. Like Drew Holiday has won every sportsmanship award ever. He
That
just
he's a
won this
great,
year.
I'm sure he's a great dude, but I'm just
He
saying when
just
it
won
comes
this
down
year.
to it on the court and he got to do what he got to do, bro. He like, you know what I'm
Oh,
saying? Like,
he's not going back down.
I just feel like I've seen
I
Derek
don't feel
White
like
just play
Derek
really
White
good
would either, but
basketball. Like
he's
that's
never been
not the
put in a situation.
connotation of the word dog to me.
So you want niggas to scrap?
Like Marcus Smart is a dog.
Yeah, Marcus Smart is a dog, but so is like Drew Holiday.
Yeah, for sure.
Two totally different temperaments.
Yeah.
Marcus Smart is
But,
about the
but I
shit.
don't think that Derek White is like either one of those guys when it comes to being a dog.
But Derek White is way closer to Drew Holiday, and Drew Holiday is still a dog. I don't understand the difference. Now, what are we talking about?
I just think Derek White's a very good basketball player. And ain't nothing wrong with that.
That's what I'm saying.
Ain't nothing wrong with that, bro. Ain't nothing wrong.
So it's light skin, dark skin. Like
I think so. I think
I
so.
don't think no, bro, because I explained myself and
Who
how
are the light-skinned dogs in the NBA?
Kelly
light
Oubre is a
skin.
dog.
Kelly Oubre is a dog.
Kelly Oubre is a dog.
Is Giannis light skinned?
Giannis is light.
Giannis not light skin.
He's dark. He's brown.
Dude, Steph is a dog.
Yeah, of course. I mean, that's unspoken. That's unspoken. Of course. Of course.
Steph's a dog. All right. Okay.
Shit, I'm gonna say LaMelo Ball dog.
LaMelo Ball's a dog.
LaMelo Ball.
LaMelo Ball's a dog. Paolo's
Yeah,
a
I see
dog.
him slap niggas. Yeah, he's for sure a dog.
And he be popping shit on the court.
But that's what
Facts.
y'all want out of niggas. And I shared my favorite clip ever to y'all niggas when he called Cam Whitmore a bitch. That was my favorite shit ever.
Just watching that the other day.
That was my favorite shit ever, bro. Yo, I'm
Dylan
like,
Brooks,
this
Dylan
nigga
Brooks is
my-
a dog.
Yeah, facts.
I don't really like bro like that, but he a dog.
Oh, he a dog. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So as we got
Devin Booker.
Devin Booker.
Booker's a dog.
Devin Booker's a dog, bro.
Yeah, for sure.
That's four. Matt Barnes ain't be in no more, but I just want to say his name because he was one too.
Matt Barnes is a dark. He's a dark skinned nigga.
See what I'm saying? You saying that alone.
No, Matt Barnes got dark skin energy, bro. That nigga's a dog for real. He might be the top dog.
Yeah. I mean,
he different.
I'm trying to think. Is y'all putting Klay Thompson in that category?
Hell no.
Hell yeah. Clay's a dog.
Wow.
Clay's a dog.
Clay was a dog.
Clay got some shit. Clay got some shit.
I can't believe you said that.
Man,
yeah,
when I'm saying dog, I'm saying, listen, if Draymond is not on the court.
Bro, Clay has gotten to some shit. We watched him get his jersey ripped up for some niggas before.
Yeah.
Like, we've seen that.
Man, I don't know if I could get.
But that's my thing is being a dog just getting into shit.
Yeah,
it's just being the dude on a team that won't allow your team to get punked. That's all I'm saying.
So Ben Simmons is a dog now.
Nah, because with Ben Simmons on your team, we can still punk y'all. We'll talk shit.
Bro, I watched Ben Simmons talk shit to Kyle Lowry, who is a dog. I watched Ben Simmons choke out motherfucking Cat on the court. We seen it. Cat tapped out. I saw Ben Simmons talking shit to Jared Dudley.
I think it comes with us, and I guess we shouldn't use guys like, you know what I'm saying?
Ben Simmons is a dog.
Like Kelly Oubre or whatever, but like just dudes who have the capability to like if you start getting into it, your team follow you type. You know
Ben Simmons was a nigga that the team followed, bro.
You mean like
I ain't.
Ben Simmons is a dog, bro. Let's not do that. Because he's not a bitch on the court.
Better than me. I can't say nothing. I don't.
Bro, I'll send the clips to the group chat.
Okay.
Ben Simmons talking shit to Jalen. James Johnson. Him and James Johnson got into it, and Ben Simmons didn't back down. Like, Ben Simmons is a dog too. If we going off that criteria, Ben Simmons got it in him.
Okay.
He a dog too. Fuck it. But y'all be, I guess we throwing around dog too loosely.
Yeah, because
I guess we are.
Yeah.
I guess we are.
Yeah, we got probably about 6 or 7 light-skinned dogs in the NBA. I can't think of no more.
That's crazy. That's a crazy ratio. Think about that.
I'm trying to think of some more, bro.
Y'all niggas be pretty, bro.
I'm trying. Hey, dog, I'm trying to think of some more, bro.
No, y'all niggas be pretty, bro.
It's all good. We got Javonte Davis though. On another note, we got Tank
Nah,
Davis. We got a couple.
nah, that nigga dark skin, and he's Islamic now.
Who?
Tank Davis,
Javonte,
man. Javonte, come
Tank,
on, baby, don't do
He
that.
Tank.
Islamic.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah, he Islam now.
Oh, I ain't.
yeah.
Yeah, he Islam now.
Yeah, his name ain't even Tank no more. We just call him that still.
What is his name? He not
I don't know
Javonte
what it.
no more.
Nah, he got one of them other names, cuz.
Yeah,
You gotta speak, you gotta speak light with the Muslims, so you got another name.
Al Farouk,
yeah.
something.
It's
Something
something
like
crazy
that.
now. Not crazy, but let me not even like. I ain't trying to
Yeah.
sound
Yeah,
crazy,
we
but
fuck with them. Yeah, for sure.
I don't want no smoke. I fuck with him.
They might be watching for sure. Damn.
But yeah. Tank. Nah, he's different now.
Wow.
And he a dog.
Yeah, man.
And he likes to.
We gotta up the ante, man.
Yeah, I agree. Well, I mean, y'all got anything else on your heart and minds? Any more questions? We'll play the draft lottery tomorrow.
Yeah, man. Like I said, the dynasty starts tomorrow, man.
Yeah, man. Hopefully the Hornets can. Hopefully the ping pong balls can bounce in the Hornets' favor. Q, do y'all think y'all gonna Q? What's y'all odds? Q,
Hey,
what's up?
yo, crazy pause.
What I said? Ping
Pause? That's not the
balls? I said
pause.
ping pong.
The ping pong balls bounce in their favor. Facts. I bet. I'm
Ping
tripping.
the ball.
Fact.
Yeah.
Fact.
Nah, that was a reach.
Okay, my fault.
No, our favors, our odds, we top five as of right now. As of today,
Top five. Y'all was
we have
bad.
I thought y'all was number 6.
Yeah.
no, we ended the season fifth in the tankathon. We're fifth.
So do y'all get to keep y'all pick if y'all top five?
Yeah.
Y'all ain't got
If it
no.
lands outside of 6, we lose it.
Oh, okay. That's what I was asking. I knew.
But where we sitting right now, we're fifth. Like we have the fifth best odds at number one.
So if y'all get the number one pick, y'all Gucci.
Oh yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
cool.
Anything outside of the 6, we lose it to OKC. I don't think the NBA is going to give OKC another number one or a lottery pick. I just don't see it. I think we'll finish fifth or sixth.
Given the team that don't need a number one pick in this era is crazy.
Yeah, I don't see them doing that, bro.
Yeah, that's wild.
But that's where we're sitting right now. I kind of want to throw a draft lottery. Quay, what you doing tomorrow, bro? What time is the lottery, first and foremost?
It's probably during halftime of whoever played them all.
It's got to be like 7.
Yeah, it's normally like pregame or halftime of the first playoff.
Probably like 8, probably between the games.
Yeah, probably halftime or whoever played them all. I think that's Boston, New York. It might be at like either before the Boston, New York game or halftime.
I know I get off work probably like 5. I'll probably be home about 6:30. Shit. I'm trying to link up. Watch this shit. I need to see this shit.
Yeah. I mean, it's the Cooper Flag sweepstakes. So I think it's who got the highest odds again?
Washington?
It's either Washington or Utah.
Jesus Christ. Lord have mercy. Okay. Well, we're gonna be tuned in to the draft lottery tomorrow, I guess. I hope Cooper Flag don't end up in Washington, but who knows?
Or Utah.
Yeah, facts.
That shit.
Yeah, for
Hey,
sure.
what's a solid rookie season from him look like for y'all? What's a solid rookie season look like?
16, 7.
Yeah.
16, 7, and 4.
Yeah, I like that.
Okay.
I like that. 16, 7, and 4. Yeah. Yeah, I like that. I would love to see him in San Antonio with Wemby, but what's their odds?
I think they're
I think
like
they're like
8th.
8th.
I think they got like 8th or 9th. I think they got 14th too. I think they got 2 potential lottery picks.
Yeah, I don't,
because of a trade.
And Charlotte's what, 3rd?
Yeah.
Man, y'all might get it, Quay.
Told you, the dynasty starts tomorrow, man.
Y'all get it. Hey, we're gonna see. Well, fellas, good pod. I think we gave the people what they want. And y'all comment below, man. Any comments about this podcast? Any comments about this coming week of playoff basketball. And yeah, we're gonna be back at it next week. Same time, same place. I'm AJ. That's Q. That's Quay. That's Cole. And Drop It Down's podcast. We signing about this thing.
Yes, sir.
Peace.